At the root of every story lies a hidden past, and this time that past is drenched in blood. The story begins in a small town called Fairlake, West Virginia, where the annual Mountainman Festival takes place. It is a kind of local festival where people dress up in scary costumes, apply fake blood, and party all night. But this time, the blood at the festival won't be fake, it will be real. It starts with an elderly couple working in their small hotel. Suddenly, a stranger arrives, Faye-tall, old, and silent Faye Maynard. Shortly after his arrival, three terrifying figures attack the three deranged brothers, Three Finger, Sawtooth, and One Eye. The couple's screams echo through the room, and in the next scene, the walls are covered in blood. The story then shifts to five young college students who are coming to Fair Lake to celebrate the festival. Costa, Julian, Elita, Gus, and Billy. They are in the mood for fun, drugs, and partying. Beer in hand, excitement in their minds, and a hotel booked for the night. But on the way, they encounter the old man, Maynard. He stops his car in the middle of the highway. The boys think he is crazy, and Billy gets into a fight with him. A scuffle ensues, and then the police arrive. The police arrest everyone, including Maynard and the five friends. They are taken to the Fair Lake police station, where a tough officer named Sheriff Angela makes her entrance. Upon seeing Maynard, she immediately understands that the situation is serious because this man is no ordinary criminal, but the mastermind of evil. The sheriff locks the guardian of the three deranged brothers, Maynard, in a cell for questioning and gives the other boys a stern warning: mend their ways before enjoying the festival. But no one knew that this night would begin at the police station and end in blood-soaked streets. Now night falls, and the sheriff and her deputy are patrolling the town square. Suddenly, the power goes out around the station. The radio is dead, the phones don't work, and the CCTV is also down. The entire building is plunged into darkness, and in that darkness, Three Finger, One Eye, and Sawtooth return. Outside in the darkness, they hunt for their prey. Their first victim is a local tourist returning from a party. Three Finger stabs him in the stomach with a dagger and laughs, while drinking his blood, Faye his signature, deadly laugh. Meanwhile, at the police station, Maynard is smiling. He knows his children are now free. Amidst the fear and silence, the sheriff realizes that these aren't just ordinary gang members, they are inbred cannibals who play a deadly game together. She immediately tries to call the National Guard, but all networks are blocked. Then the deputy disappears. His body is found hanging upside down from a wall, his face skinned, his eyes gouged out. Now the sheriff has only three people left, the five friends who are locked up inside. But Maynard is cunning. He tells the boys, "If you free me, I'll get you out of here alive. Otherwise, pieces of your bodies will be scattered from here to the mountains." Billy and Gus hesitate, but Lita and Coastal object. At that moment, Three Finger attacks. He breaks down a ground floor door and enters, instantly killing the officer inside. Now a battle begins between the people inside and the monsters lurking outside. The police station had become a battlefield. Darkness outside, the knock of death inside, and five innocent college students trapped in the middle. Three Finger, Sharuth, and Vanier were now very close. Sheriff Angela has barricades put up at every door, but she knows that it is impossible to hold out inside for much longer. Meanwhile, Maynard is still smiling, as if he knows his time is coming. Now later, Costa, Cass, and Billy had to make a decision. Should they free Man to save their own lives, or should they not trust him and do what is right? Billy breaks down. He secretly frees Man, thinking that this might be the only way out. But this proves to be his biggest mistake. As soon as Maynard is free, he attacks Billy, stabbing him in the eye with a knife and saying, "Those who compromise with fear die first." Now Cass and Costa realize that by freeing Maynard, they have opened the door for the devil. Meanwhile, Sheriff Angela hasn't given up. She takes Lita and a weapon and heads to the upper floor of the station where the radio might work. But as soon as they reach the top, Sheriff attacks. The sheriff fights bravely, but she is alone. Sharuth hits her from behind with an iron rod and then hangs her on the wall like a trophy. Now only Lita remains, the last pawn in this game of death. Lita runs. But every path is blocked, every corner is drenched in blood. She hides, she runs, and finally reaches the back alley of the station. There, she tries to call the National Guard with a phone, but it is too late. The three deranged brothers now surround Lita, and then comes Maynard. He walks calmly towards her and says, "Our children are hungry, and now it is number 13. Leapy screams, tries to run, but an axe hits her leg. she falls to the ground. The final scene shows Lita being dragged away, chained and alive, with Three Finger and the other brothers laughing behind her. One last scream and then silence. They had come to celebrate the festival in Fairlake that night. But that night was not for anyone. Maynard and his crazy daughter are now free, and the next rampage begins. It is someone else's turn.